Hello everybody, Ogre here, bringing you a quick guide on how to beat the new Ogre Hunt. This has replaced Ogre's Armory, which previously gave you mid-grade gear that was super cheap to level up. It was aimed at being beginner-friendly gear that you could use to then work on clearing hunts and getting better gear, but new accounts these days are given so many units and free gear that you really never needed to touch Ogre's Armory. We've also been asking for a way to get old breach sets better, because Rift was the only way to get them, and Rift, in a word, sucked. It was really bad for many, many reasons. So this new hunt is a welcome breath of fresh air. The main gimmick of the boss here is this security state buff. When attacked, decreases damage suffered by 50%. At the start of one of our allies' turns, he will gain this buff, and whenever the boss or his ally takes a turn, he will lose the buff. The other part of this hunt is that every time anybody takes a turn, the boss will get a free 20% CR. So the boss will be zooming, and he has a buff that makes him take a lot less damage. So the key to getting rid of this is unbuffable. Unbuffable will stop that buff from being applied whenever we take a turn. And we can also use restrict to stop him from getting a lot of CR. His little buddy here, all you have to know is that if you do not attack him, he gets 20% CR at the end of the turn. Other than that, his other skills really don't matter. They don't care. Now, with the boss info out of the way, let's go ahead and look at the team here. You might have noticed that I did not mention any of the boss's other skills and the debuffs he applies, because honestly, they do not matter when you have a Ram on the team. With 3 turns of immunity at the start of the battle, the boss cannot debuff your team, period. The replacements for Aram are really just anybody who can cleanse and apply 2 turns of immunity. So Ivana, Meteor, Koeric, anybody with a cleanse and immunity will work there. So the next unit up is Blooming Litica. I've chosen her for her S2 because it has unbuffable and restrict if you have the S2 restrict EE. These 2 debuffs alone take care of the boss's passives completely. Unbuffable will stop the 50% damage reduction buff, and restrict will stop the boss from cycling out of any other debuffs. Her gear does not matter. I could make her slower. It might actually be better to make her slower to get some other combos in, but she's really just here for this passive. You can try a unit like Furious. Red Litica has a restrict. Ran has restrict as well, so there's a couple other options. Blooming Litica is just what I have built right now and works pretty well. Now the front line here can be anybody that has a contact defense break. You want a contact attack to be able to proc the Blooming Litica. Any non-attack skill will not work. So Rihanna and Luciella is just what I have chosen because she has defense break and does damage. That's pretty much it. You can use Briar if you really wanted to. I guess you could use Furious as well as Blitica, just more chances for restrict and defense break. Up to you. That just leaves us with the main damage dealer, Afternoon Soak Plan. I had her on a speed set earlier, and I changed her to Destro just for this video. Either one works. The Destro is actually about like 10 seconds faster, but she is just there for damage. That's the team. Let's get into it. So skills are off for Aram and Blooming Litica because they don't matter. Luciella obviously needs these skills, and then having Soak Flan's S3 for just an extra push up and some big damage is also very nice. Now as I'm talking, no audio on this video because the audio that I recorded last time for another video is just completely garbled, and I just don't feel like fixing it right now for this short of a video. And just like that, the boss is dead in about 50 seconds. We could take a look at the time to see if I got any update to that time. Ooh, Freeman, this ain't your video. Hey, I got a second faster. So that's the team. It's pretty quick. It does rely on landing that defense break at the start. But to be honest, now that we have the new background battling mode here, it's going to take whatever your fastest time is and then base your rewards and your runs off of that. So it's okay if there's a little bit of RNG. I'll do some testing later to see if these background battles can actually fail or actually be slower than whatever your best time is. But for now, that's what my assumption is of it. But that's going to be all for this. I will make some more teams in the near future. If there are particular units that you want to see in this hunt or in any of the other hunts, let me know. I enjoy making random, silly hunt teams that work pretty well. I used, back before Otherworldly and Breach came, I used a Adventurer Ras team for the Wyvern 13 hunt. That was 100% consistent. That took some crazy Destro Torrent gear on Adventure Ras to do damage. Do not recommend, but it was fun. It only took a couple hours of my life to get him tuned. So, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Additionally, whenever the